Hey, Joby. All right, not a lot of movement just yet. Drink. There we go. Let's get this show on the road. All right, let's have a quick look. Is Tube up and running? I think it is. Let's have a quick look. Select a little thumbnail. Okay, that should do the job. I hope the markets pick up today, Dave. Yesterday was a washout. I mean, I took another couple of trades after, well, towards the end of the day. I finished 4K down. It was a red day yesterday. I've seen a double bottom. We've seen a couple of double bottoms on the S&P 500. I'm seeing double bottoms on multiple time frames. So I'm kind of a little bit optimistic for a little bit of a bounce. You know, how long it'll last and how much we bounce by, I don't know. But I'm thinking that today might be a green day. All right. So this is the S&P 500. Where is it? See, double bottom there. There's actually a W formation, a big dodgy W formation there. And if you look at the daily as well, I'll look at it on 15. There's a double bottom formation up there as well. So lots of double bottoms on the S&P 500 that would, you know, hint at a little bit of bullish action. We'll see. Not shortable. No. 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 And Matt, you're in charge of likes. I can't see them on this new TikTok studio for some reason. So let me know when. Hang on a minute. Let me know when the like count approaches 3,000. The beast can get some cheese today. Got to get. I actually went to the same supermarket and everything else that I get the treats from, and got all my bits and pieces that I wanted, and got to get the dog treats. But had other things on my mind yesterday, aside from the market crashing. But that double bottom yesterday is interesting. So let's see if we get the continuation. Particularly, we've now had a double bottom on the like 60-minute time frame, is what I would probably say is a good look at that. There's nothing else moving right now. It's going to be. I think this week has been a terrible week for trading. It's probably been one of the worst weeks for trading since not since I started, really. There's always been something to trade, and whilst we had that on Wednesday, we had a lovely little trade on Wednesday. Most of this week has been very difficult trading. Oh, it's Tuesday it was. Wednesday was the hard, solid day for trading. It was very difficult, choppy. So Tuesday was the only really good day for trading today. Was Tuesday this week that I found. I mean, you guys might have had a different experience. Let me know in the chat if you've had a good week this week. Let me know. Are you green this week? Actually, where am I on the week? That's a very good question. So September. 12 and 5 is 17 plus. Well, I'm 11k up on the week at the moment. Not really where I wanted to finish, but hey, look, what are you gonna do? At the moment, September gross with 40k in gross profit, 42k. It's my worst month of the year since outside of May. So we need to have a 10k day today, gross. Well, 11k, just over 10k gross today to beat April. Otherwise, this will be my worst month since outside of May. May was terrible. I think that's the key there, Dave, is the sustainable volume. It's been so choppy that the volume, we've seen quite a lot of movers. On some days, we've seen good movers pre-market on low volume. And then when the volume kicks in, the volatility dies off or they sell off. And that seems to have been the story of the week. So it's October the 1st on tomorrow. It's the weekend, so, you know, happy October ahead of time, but it's the weekend. But next week, October is usually quite a buoyant month on the markets. It's usually quite a busy, volatile month on the market. So hopefully we'll get some, you know, October, November, December, some really good, and October and November in particular, some really good action, some really good movement, and it will allow me to finish the year early. If I finish the year early, I might do an end of year small account challenge as well. So let's see. I'm just gonna be patient today. I wasn't yesterday, and I got burned. So if it's not moving, I'm not trading. I'll finish up 40k on the month. That's a good month by anyone's standards. If 2 years ago you said I would be earning 40k a month, trading was kind of in its infancy, I'd have been like, yeah, I'll take that. Absolutely. Double what effectively double what I was earning previously. So let me know, guys, what are you watching? Let's go back to the S&P 500. Let's have a look at this chart here, and I'll put it on the 15. You can see what I'm talking about here. So yesterday on the 15-minute, you see we've got a lovely double bottom here. So that puts me in a bullish mood from the gap up, but then we're selling off now. So I'm kind of at we're approaching the green line there, red green line. So the S&P 500, that was a fantastic double bottom in the market hours yesterday. Now, if you look at this on the on the 60-minute chart here, I'll zoom out a little bit, you can see that we've got this double bottom here as well, which would suggest that potentially we get a bounce. How much of a bounce? I don't know, but that's potentially what we could see. So if we start green, we're just slightly green, we might get a move up. But then again, the patterns aren't 100%. Just remember that. Wow, that just popped up. Why? F45. Okay. The only thing I can see there is a active stake been announced in there. This is FXLV. Oh, yeah, FXLV. Hey, Doug. Afternoon, Tamimi. Good afternoon, comrade. Yeah, so I'm not seeing that anything prompting that spike up. It was a good $1.50 move as well. For a $3 stock, that's bloody good. Bloody good move if you can get it. Now below the VWAP, so keep an eye on it. Relatively low, you know, it's low volume-ish. Just keeps pulling back. It needed to hold $3 there. So yeah, no trade there. Oh, well, there you go. Achieve better. Have biscuits instead. Here you go. That's it. Up you go. Come on. There you go. Good girl. Yeah. There you go. You'll find it difficult to pick that up, won't you, baby? Well, let's go back to something that might actually make us some money. No. SPY. NASDAQ. No. Russell Index. Russell 2000. No. Oh, here we go. Well, I appreciate the engagement, guys. Considering how few there are of you in here. I've got more people on YouTube at the moment, but you know, go TikTok. And if you're on YouTube, just do me a favor, guys. Just hit that thumbs up button. It really helps with the algorithm. Helps me out. It pushes the stream out to more people. The more people will get involved, the better the chat can be. We can get a bit more active around the conversation. And 4,000. Do you want another one, baby? I'll give you half, because if we get to 5, you can have the other half. Okay? There you go. It's a good girl. Well, you never know. If you, so I think that's a good point, Matt. So if you like the stream, if you like this live, then put the thumbs up button or tap the screen a bunch of times. It does impact the market. Just saying that in a favourable way. So you want the market to work, it means you've got to like this stream. You've got to hit the thumbs up button or tap the screen 10 times if you're on TikTok. Just saying. You know it's true. You heard it from me first. It's got to be true. I mean, would I lie to you? I mean, ask yourself a question. Am I the type of person you would buy a used car from? That's all I'm saying. You know you would. Come on, market, give us something to play with. I think someone's on the someone's got one of those automatic light counters. But fair play. $66 viewers, not bad. Certainly, you know, after 25 minutes. Well, I hope that goes well for you, Conrad. I'll take a look at it for you if you like. So, Nike, or if you're across the pond on the west side of the Atlantic, Nike. Not looking good at the moment, still breaking low, so it's down at 84.46. So I don't know what where you got in on this, Conrad. If you got in it over 90, 95, you're onto a winner here. So was this bad earnings yesterday? I wasn't paying attention. I was probably asleep at this stage. but it's kind of sold off at the close, so I'm assuming that bad earnings dropped after hours. Hey, Alistair. I'm getting treated today. You don't want to have those type of biscuits. Rich teas. Well, I will get notifications. That's another one of my little side hustles is trainers, sneakers, shoes. You can actually get the resale shoe resale market. You can make some good money on that. Speaking from personal experience. I bought Adidas Prada for special edition a couple of years ago. And it cost me like $425 US, and I sold them about 6 weeks later for nearly 4,000. So yes, I certainly have, Alistair. I went out yesterday and stocked up. I've got a couple of bottles of that for the weekend. I actually bought some lovely Balenciaga ones as well that I resold for quite a profit. I can't remember what they were called, but they were the flashing LEDs. What were they called? I can't remember. How did I make out yesterday, Pat? I finished 4,000 in the red yesterday. I lost 4K yesterday. So it wasn't. I didn't trade. I came back just before power hour and I had a look at the market just to see if there was anything happening. And I think I got a couple of trades. Made about $600 or whatever it was. I'll tell you exactly what I did. I've got my trader view stats up in here. I can just have a quick look at my journal instead of just guessing off the top of my head. Yeah. So. I traded MOTS and ATXI early doors. I came back and I got MOB, Mobilicom. I got 600 off that. That popped up. I got $600 off that, and I got $350 off Heartbeat. B-A-E-T. B-A-E-T. B-E-A-T. Beat. I can't even spell. What's going on with me? So I finished 39.25 in the red, just over 4,000 in the red net. So I've had worse days. Yeah, ILQ is moving up. It's 10% up on the day almost. So not overly enamored with the volume. It's just ranging at the VWAP right now. So I'm not seeing this right now as something I will be trading unless we get a bit more volume, a bit more volatility. It's just ranging around the VWAP sideways. We're not seeing any particular trend up or down at the moment. But just remember, the momentum of a stock is transitory. Typical example is we gapped up this morning, 4 a.m. We gapped up on the S&P 500. Look at it now; it's just gone red on the day. So me hoping for that double bottom being a sign that we would have a continued bullish actions today. Well, that's what we get for me saying that. I should have kept my mouth shut. I don't know about ever, but certainly, yeah. Certainly this year, you're probably up there with it, yeah. Pro rata, given that I didn't trade the whole. Let me just have a quick look at this on the reports. So it's a good question, that one, Pat. So Yeah, September I've had 4 red days already. And most red days I've had, and that's trading half a month. But the most red days I had was 8 in May. So May's still probably my worst. I had six red days in August, but I actually had my best my best ever trading month was in August, and I had 6 red days. So the number of red days isn't necessarily corresponding to your overall performance on the month. So, but yeah, 4 red days in September. I'm counting. So this better not be a red day. I don't want 5. I want to go out of September on a high. TX. Yeah. So Acumen Pharma, ABOS, that's up at $11. Bit of a double top up here, so I'm just a little bit cautious of that. Here and here. Bit of an M pattern. Which usually signals a downwards reversal or something. I'm just watching the signals more than I'm watching the scanners at the moment, because the scanners are not showing anything. So I'm just watching the signals for multiple spikes or multiple highs of a single stock, which usually signals a bit of momentum, but I'm not even getting that. I'm getting a spike up, 1 high. I mean, INM just popped up 16% on low volume, but let's have a quick look at what that means. INM. That's a big pop up from, that's almost a whole dollar. Well, it's over a whole dollar across the 2 minutes. That's a big pop up on low volume. That's $1.50 now. Is there anything triggering this? Because it's not great volume. Yeah. I'm not sure what that means, Elpuno, but InMed Pharma. Just dropped a corporate statement yesterday. There's nothing, no news there, but just a quick algorithmic pump, it seems. Market makers moving the price up and down, catch some shorts. I don't know. That's not looking tradable. All right. Okay. I'll do that. Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. Well, I'm sure he fed Miyako a couple of treats while he was here. brilliant. Why I didn't see that, I don't know. I'll retweet that later. I think that's worth a retweet. Well, I'll tell you what, Alistair, it's not me that's popular, it's the hairy beast. You know? You should know that by now. It's the hairy beast that's popular. People don't come on this stream to listen to me waffle on about the stock market and various other inane subjects that pop into my head. People come on this stream to hear the chow chow snore. That's all they come onto this stream for. And maybe get a sneak peek of her jumping up to get a treat. That's the only reason they come on this stream. Nothing educational about day trading or anything, you know. Come on, market, wake up. Wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey. Will we get over 220 on ANOS Inc? That's a good question. So how have you guys fared all week? I say we've been averaging about 2k a day this week into the green side. We're 11k up at the moment. So no, that's a little bit more. We're 2.5k per day this week on average for the green side. Two red days in a week doesn't sit well with me, so I better not make it 3. Yeah, I won't take the first trade, Alistair. I will leave the first trade. I need a trade to take. That's the first thing. But do you know what? After this week, I'm just going to sit on my hands and wait for something to fashion itself. Yesterday, towards the end, there were a couple of. If I'd been sat at my desk, then there were a couple of decent trades to take. But I mean, Indonesian Energy popped up and I missed it. That moved up a nice little piece as well. Mobilicom, I got the tail end of that. So there were a couple of movers towards the end of the day. You don't have to be sat at your desk all day, but if there's nothing moving early doors, come back at lunchtime and just check periodically. And we take it in turns on the Discord as well. That there's always somebody checking the market for movers and posting on the watch list section in the Discord saying, okay, we've got stock whatever moving now. There's a double bottom forming on stock whatever on the 5-minute, and you're able to check it out for yourself. Of course, there's nobody says what to do, but they're just calling out what patterns and what momentum they're seeing, and that goes through the whole day on the Discord as well. So. It's a nice engaged community there that everybody's contributing, which is ideal when you're if you don't want to be sat at your desk all day on very cool markets as they are right now. Hot markets, you don't have to worry about it. You're never short of something to trade in a hot market. So Micron is Morgan Stanley maintains an underweight on Micron. I like Micron as a company. I think they're a good company. Quite a few spikes down, not many spikes up. Veru is 11 1166. No volume, no. Moved up well yesterday, did Veru, by the way. So this was another one that it got a whole dollar move across the day. Oh, more than. Probably $1.10, $1.20. Okay. Nobody wants to see your crappy porn site. You're not a financial advisor, and it's not financial advice, Alistair. I looked at that earlier, FXLV, it popped up and then sold off. So when it popped up, I looked at it, saw this pop up, then it just sold off. So yeah, if this, I couldn't. The problem is with this is I can't see any catalyst to go with it. It's making its move back up again, but can't see a catalyst. Oh, here we go. 13D filing from Kennedy Lewis Management. All right, okay. So they've got a $4 share per share takeover offer on the table. That's what's come through. So $3, 34 million float. It's actually not a tiny. It's not exactly a micro float, but small enough. $4 a share takeover offer. This one's the biggest mover right now, and I wouldn't say it's moving with any particular momentum. So very tranquil, very pedestrian this morning. I don't mind slow burners, but I want something that's burning at least. Indonesian Energy making another move on low volume, it looks like. Briefly. A little spike up. Current high is, this one is 15. INM. Now I'm going to change that over on that chart. Just put INM on this chart here. Let's pop up all the way back down to 5.6, so below where it started. This is volatile. And then move up to 8.40 again. Not keen on that movement. Keep a watch on it though. Like Trump, green's my colour. Not red or blue, but green. Upstart. 21.10s. And a 10-cent move. Yeah, we've been looking at INOS Inc. The problem with INOS is it's just ranging sideways. It's not really doing anything. It popped up initially, but it's been ranging sideways since. I mean, this spike here was the algorithmic trades that went through at 8 o'clock. You know, the 8 o'clock scrum. Just the lack of volume is what's worrying. I mean, if you look at it on the 5-minute, it's kind of this 8 o'clock was the 8 o'clock scrum, the algorithmic trades, but it's very low volume. Moved up, and since it popped up, went up to kind of just over $2, rejected at 220, and it's just trading sideways, choppy sideways either side of the VWAP. So nothing really happening on INOS just yet. That could change. I mean, we've got 45 minutes to the bell. No, it's just too pedestrian. INM. Yeah, but how, where do you get in on this? It's just dangerous. I mean, it went up to like 780, pulled all the way back down to 560. Now it's gone back up to what, 840s, 850. Current high of day is 850, or high of session. It was just happens to be it went up to 830 on Tuesday. Has been up as far as like $20 very recently though, this month. INM, so it's on the watch list. I'm watching it, but I'm not overly impressed to take a trade. I'm not impressed enough to take a trade just yet. Hey Steve. Let's see what else the market brings today. So we're chopping up and down around the red green line here. Below the VWAP. It's kind of getting rejected at the VWAP or the 200 EMA as well. And coming back down again. This is the S&P 500. This is actually the Spider S&P 500, but so it's an ETF that tracks the S&P 500. Unfortunately, trading the futures markets is actually difficult outside of the market. That was what I tried trading first. To be fair, my first ever attempt at day trading I got the eToro, not the right platform first and foremost, and I started trading futures, so S&P futures, Nasdaq futures, that kind of stuff, and was consistently losing. And I thought I managed to get my head around it and looking at trends and patterns and things like that, and I just consistently lost money. It was in hindsight, it was a platform more than the actual strategy that I was using. So I wouldn't recommend eToro to anybody unless you're doing copy trading. Then I don't recommend copy trading, but if you just want to stick something in long term, and eToro can be good for that, but it's certainly no good for day trading. My own personal opinion. Just saying. Amlex was looking like it was going to do well, and then it just sold off. So I'm thinking Amlex can come off the watch list. We're just ranging sideways at the moment with all of these pre-market movers, just sideways. Inconsistent momentum is probably the best way to describe it. So the volume is inconsistent, the moves are inconsistent. Just be careful out there, guys. It's looking like it's going to be choppy again today, based on pre-market. And if that's the case, I mean, we're fast approaching the red-green line again on the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. So we could be ranging sideways quite a bit today. A little bit of like volatility across that red-green line, but it might just be a choppy, go nowhere, do nothing market again today, like it was on Wednesday. eToro is very popular in Europe as a whole because it's one of the few zero commission brokers in Europe. The problem is, A, they don't carry the correct technical indicators that you might want to use. B, they only carry a subset of whatever market. They don't carry the full order book, so they don't carry a subset of whatever market you want to trade. So if you want to trade low float stocks on the NYSE and Nasdaq, eToro probably won't carry the majority of those stocks. Another thing with eToro is the majority of the trades that you take with them are CFDs, so you never actually own the asset anyway. So that's another thing that you've got to be wary. And there are certain stocks that you actually own, but the majority of tickers you trade on eToro are actually CFDs, not the stock itself. So you trading a CFD doesn't impact the market. So if you go in and effectively buy, say, 10,000 shares of stock A, and it's a CFD, you're not actually impacting the market. It doesn't hit the market. That price doesn't hit the level 2 in the ticker tape at all. What you're doing is that you're going to sell based on the price movement. It's effectively spread betting, is all it is. Contract for difference is what the CFD stands for. And if you're trading CFDs, you're just trading the stock movement, not the stock itself. A lot of people don't know that. If you just want to buy and hold, then I guess eToro's not too bad, but make sure that you are buying the underlying stock and not just the CFD. I like TWS for swing trading and investing. I don't mind TWS. For day trading, if I was trading with Interactive, I would use Dash Trader for day trading. I don't mind TWS for swing trading and investing, and I actually like Interactive for their options chain as well. I think they're probably one of the better brokers, certainly in Europe, one of the better brokers if you're trading options. But TWS isn't a bad platform. However, the problem with it is it's not direct market access, so you're not getting the fast execution speeds you would get from a DAS or a Sterling or a TC2000 or something like that. The commissions on interactive brokers, they're not too bad, but they can be expensive, particularly if you're taking low price stocks. You're taking a larger position, and interactive tends to be they charge per share rather than per ticket, and if you're taking big size for small gains, it can really hurt you. The other thing with interactive is in the UK, they implement the PDT rule, the pattern day trading rule, because the parent of Interactive Brokers UK is the US division, so they'd have to implement the PDT rule. And what is the PDT rule? Essentially, what it means is that you have to have $25,000 in your account to day trade. Although if you have less than $25,000 in your account in terms of equity position, then you're limited to a maximum of 4 day trades in any 5 day period. Now, I don't. It doesn't bother me because I'm with Interactive via Cyprus, Interactive Brokers via Cyprus. Being in Ireland, the PDT rule doesn't affect me. It's something to do with Brexit, and I think it's something that they implemented in November last year, I think it was. But there you go. So Interactive Brokers is I don't know what it's like in the UK for commissions. I'd have to double check because I'm not in the UK, but it's fairly reasonable in terms of, it's not. I prefer capital markets. When I've tried day trading with Interactive, it's cost me more in commissions than it has with capital markets. The transaction fees work out about the same, but the commissions work out more expensive with Interactive. So the overall, I'm paying more with Interactive. So I tend to only trade. If I'm trading with Interactive, I've got my long-term holds, I've got my retirement account with Interactive. I'm managing my own pension. It's SIPP, so that's self-invested pension plan. Now, if you're comfortable doing that, you can actually transfer, which is what I did. I had my Dell pension, and I transferred that into my SIP. And I manage that myself. And at times like this, it's a good thing to do that, because you can actually either move it into cash and just let it sit there in dollars with a strong dollar, or you can move it into stocks that are outperforming the market, because the market's just shocking at the moment. So we're getting a move up with FXLV. 315 was the level to watch. No, capital markets does not have the PDT rule because they're an offshore broker. Now, they do have Capital Markets UK, but again, it's not in the US, and it's not governed by a US authority, so they don't implement the PDT rule. Now, in the UK, the platform charges are a little bit more expensive than they would be for me in Ireland. But I had this conversation. There was talk of somebody on the customer service team in the UK division said that they're going to be rolling out platform charge increases or whatever, but I've not had any notification of that at all. So my platform charges in Ireland remain exactly the same, and I get rebated my platform charges every month, so not a problem. Yes, it is. That is the only rule if you're trading on a margin account. If you're trading, the PDT rule only applies if you're trading in a margin account, a leveraged account. If you're trading in a cash account, you can trade as much as you like, but in a cash account, you get no leverage. That's the whole point. So, and the other thing with a cash account is you're then subject to settlement rules. one of the benefits of trading in a margin account over and above the leverage that you get, because I don't use, very rarely do I use all of the leverage that I've got on my margin account. The advantage that I've got is instant settlement. So I take a trade, and when I finish the trade, if I've made a profit on that trade, I can use that profit to trade with, pretty much straight away. So instant settlement. In the cash account, you've got settlement, it's T+2, so trade plus 2 days. So if I take a trade today, I can't use that cash to trade with tomorrow. I can't use that equity to trade with tomorrow. I have to wait till the following day for that trade to settle before I can do it again. So you end up, you're either trading every other day or you're trading with half your equity. And that can be a bit of a problem if you're trading in a cash account. That's correct, Tamimi. Capital Markets Elite Group, CMEG. So this is classic sideways, choppy momentum on this one right now. Oh, somebody asked me, I can't remember who it was, said, can you have multiple accounts on the same Dash Trader Pro? Yes, you can. If you've got multiple accounts with a single broker, you can have multiple accounts on that Dash platform. You've got to work with your broker to sort that out, but you can have multiple accounts on your Dash platforms. You can flip between on your montage. You can flip between accounts. That's okay. If you've got multiple brokers, so if you've got Capital Markets and you've got CMEG, you can't have the two on the same platform. So you've got to have effectively two different versions or two different instances of Dash Trader open at the same time if you want to trade them simultaneously, which can be a bit of a pain in the hole. I mean, I've done it and occasionally still do. But it is a bit of a pain in the hole, because occasionally if you are doing that, then you that's what I did with the small account. I was flicking from one account to another to avoid the confusion, because if you do it on the one platform, what it will do is it will show all of the trades on the montage in the same windows. It doesn't consolidate them, but it shows them all in the same window. So if you're trading on two different accounts, you have to set it up to show the different windows to show only that account. Or you can filter by account or whatever, so it doesn't confuse you which account is you're actually making money on or whatever. So there's different ways of configuring it, but yeah, you can have two or more accounts on the Dash Trader platform. So yeah. Well, that was an interesting hour, not? So we've got half an hour to, well, 25 minutes plus change to the bell. And as well, cats and things, is if you open an account with a broker, more often than not, they will open a margin account by default, because it does have a lot of benefits. But if you don't want a margin account, and what I would recommend is, if you're opening an account with a broker, open more than one account with them. Open a margin account, open a cash account, and if you've got you can actually work it so you can transfer funds from one account to another relatively easy, and it's easier to do that than transferring from that broker to another broker. Just putting that out there. Not really, Neville. It's that would be more. What I'll do is I'll start padding out the course with things like that. That's a very good point, actually. So I'll start padding it out and a little bit more advanced, because that's I would say that a little bit more advanced knowledge. The Day Trade with Tony course is very much a hands-on beginner course for noobs and intermediates that have been struggling to be consistently profitable. It's my strategy that I'm able to trade consistently profitably, and funnily enough, a lot of the people who've taken the course already are now showing signs of consistent profitability. I don't guarantee profitability simply because it's down to you. There are a lot of people trading is just not in their DNA. People have asked me on a number of occasions, can anybody be a successful day trader? And the answer is no. Not everybody is suited to it. It takes a certain mentality of a person. It's like saying, can anybody be a school teacher? I know I couldn't be a school teacher. I would probably be, locked up, because if I was teaching some snot-nosed 14-year-old with an attitude, I'd probably be locked up on assault charges. But that's just me. No, I didn't, Jack. But yeah, I think you're the third person to ask me about that. But no, I've not. Yeah, it is, but the standard account, you only get the normal platform. You don't get DAS or Sterling or anything like that. It's not aimed at active day traders. It's more aimed for swing traders and investors. So that's why you won't get the same kind of spreads. You won't get the fast execution that you do from the using DAS or Sterling or TC2000 or whatever. But the standard account is zero commissions. And when it's zero commissions, when anything that you get for free, if it's a business is offering you something for free, it means that you're the product. Just remember that. Any business offers you something for free, you're the product. No, it doesn't work that way, because quite frankly, it will work out better for you if you have if you go for the active account anyway. Payment for order flow, Jack, absolutely. And the SEC did look into it, whether to ban it or not, but they've said no, it's actually okay. And do you know what? Don't mind payment for order flow. I mean, I don't trade with a zero commission broker anyway, but I don't mind the payment for order flow for those that do. What it does is it encourages people to get involved in the market, and as long as those people that get involved in the market are prepared to put the hours in and learn about trading properly, it spikes their interest to be able to trade for free. But then they've got to actually learn how to trade. The problem is the vast majority of people don't bother learning how to trade. They think it's easy, and they approach it with a gambling mindset and say, okay, well, I'll just go on Wall Street bets, I'll look for the next pump, I'll jump on and make my millions. And the whole meme stock brigade, that happened. So people jumped on AMC and BlackBerry and GME and things like that and made quite a lot of money. So they thought they were good traders. And they didn't realize that was just, effectively, it was a long-winded pump and dump, let's face it. I mean, I'm saying no, you can't to me. It's not something I've actually asked, to be fair, because I've never had the standard account. I went straight onto the active account because it is the account that's geared specifically for day trade, active day traders. So, I mean, just ping them an email on the chat and say, is that something that I can do? Can I take the standard account and then pay the platform fees for the DAS trader, the platform and data fees for the DAS trader? Most countries in Europe don't permit payment for order flow. Some do, but most don't. It's illegal in many. And if it's illegal in many, so within the EU, if it's illegal in one state, it means it's very questionable in every other state. So I think it's the Netherlands that made it illegal in the first place, which meant that you can't get payment for order flow in Europe. While it's not technically not legal, it's not technically illegal in many states, because it's illegal in the Netherlands. It's banned in Europe, particularly in the European Union. I don't think it's banned in the UK because they're obviously not part of the EU anymore. So I don't know any brokers that are doing payment for order flow in the UK yet, but we'll see. Oh yeah, Trappy. I mean, I'm in that Discord, but I've got it on mute because you just get a lot of bloody idiots posting memes. I mean, that's what it is. Which is why I don't let anybody just join my Discord. It's a Discord of people that are actually genuinely interested in trading the stock market. So I only grant access to Day Trade with Tony students. I keep the riffraff out, so to speak. That's just not doing anything. Oh, we have our first runner. Snow Lake. Nice place to have got in. This would be the break of $2, but it's below my floor, so as you all know, but Snow Lake is the first runner that we've got today. A quarter of an hour or 15 minutes left. The only thing I'm seeing is a farm RW. Got unconfirmed earnings or fortnight away. Yeah, they're just withdrawing a registration statement. Looks like. Okay. Key data, 7.3 million. Float. What's the light count sitting at, Matt? AMV. I did move up a couple of spiked up, but there's no trades there. Sometimes it'd be like this, guys. Sideways, choppy sideways, do nothing, go nowhere markets. Yeah, I actually might do that. I might look at stocks to short if there's nothing moving by 10 o'clock. I think I might just switch strategy and see if going to the short side might work. There's no harm in doing that. The principles are the same. The thing is, you've got to check before you do go short. You've got to check whether it is shortable with your broker. For example, here, this one's not shortable. Short restriction on LITM with my broker, so shorting on the bid is prohibited. Okay. So if I wanted to short this, I would have to borrow shares. That's why it's not short. It says not shortable, and it basically means I have to locate shares, which means paying locate fees. If I then pay locate fees, that costs me money whether I trade it or not. And then if I trade it, because it's on the short sale restrictions list, I can only put stop orders in or trigger orders in above the ask. So I can't put marketable orders in or orders on the bid to short it. So it's got to come back and get me in order to take a position, and that becomes messy. Got to take a sell position or a short position on the uptick rather than on the downtick. Give me a shout when we get to if we get to 7,500, Matt. Give me a shout and I'll give her another treat. Where is she? Actually, I'll open the window because the rain's so. There you go. The fresh air in. The rain's stopped, you can go and get some fresh air. Snow Lake is not stopping. Just look at that. Top performer at the moment, Snow Lake. LITM is the ticker, and I'm not in it because it's below my floor. Well, we've got 10 minutes to the bell, guys. We've got 9 minutes to the bell. Let's get that like count up. Let's get the thumbs up count up on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, just smash that thumbs up button. You know you want to do it. Do it now. You'd be surprised at how the market performs if you press that thumbs up button. You'll see how volatile the market becomes. Everybody, click that thumbs up button on YouTube, and you'll be amazed how we get a turnaround in the market. Seriously, but it's true. I wouldn't lie to you guys. You heard it here first. Well, let's take a look at CCL. We keep hearing the talk of CCL. I&M not doing anything now. The volume's died, Jack. So I&M, the volume died. It popped up. It was a strange movement. So it popped up. Then it kind of moved back down. It was a good $3 move really between the two, between the peak and the trough, and then it just sold off when the volume died. So it's down at 640. It's been up as high as 840, low as 560. So yeah, I&M is a bit of a strange one. 561 is the low and 850 is the high. So go figure. Let's have a look at CCL. Yeah, that's bad earnings. Terrible earnings. That's not bad earnings, that's terrible earnings. Question is this shortable on? Yeah, okay, that's an option. She's outside now. Another biscuit, Miyako? A treat? Here you go. Oh, there you go. You know what to do? My bad. Go and enjoy. Whoa. Yeah, so this breaking lows, 810 was the low back in at the end of June. So it's the annual low for sure. It's just approaching that low now, so we might get a bounce, we might not. Oh, that's a good question, Kuchai. I apologise, Mr. Kuchai. I'm going to pronounce it like that. If it's wrong, I apologise. Okay, don't need that message. Thank you, C-Meg. We've got 5 minutes to the bell. I've sent me that same message 3 times now. It's getting boring. Right now, I'm struggling to find something worth trading. CCL, I'm going to put CCL for a potential bounce here at the annual lows. We'll see. F45 trading, probably not. In Med Pharma, definitely not. INOS, yeah, probably not. we're struggling. We're actually struggling a little bit right now to find something that's worth trading based on current momentum, current volume, current volatility. There's yeah, so Snow Lake is probably the best performer at the moment. Just in terms of both volume and volatility combined. Not giving any stock picks out, no financial advice here, not a financial advisor. Don't sue me if you see something and act upon it on your own accord without doing the due diligence. Just saying. Some days sitting on your hands is the best strategy. And today, at this moment in time, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the sit on the hands strategy is my priority right now. Market open, I'm seeing a continued sell-off. Look at this. So let's look at this on the 15. So we got this double bottom yesterday, breaking lows, then the move up, and now we're selling off. So I'm seeing continued sell-off, continued weakness. We did get a double bottom on the 60-minute here as well, which would potentially look at you know, an upside return, but it's just selling off. So that pattern's pretty much broken. We're going down for a triple bottom. If we get to 360, which I think we possibly will, potential triple bottom 359, 360 on the S&P 500 SPY, and we'll see. If we get a triple bottom and it moves up, that might give us a bit of bullish momentum. No, I didn't get a new camera, Irish. What I did get was TikTok Studio. I finally got invited to TikTok Studio. It's a functionality on TikTok that allows you to stream direct from your desktop. So a lot more clarity. And it's by invite only, apparently. So I'm feeling highly honored. Right, we're approaching the bell, so I'll switch the scanners over, given that we've only got 30 seconds left. Nothing moving right now. If you see something that I've not called out, let me know. I'll put it up on the screen if I'm not in a trade. Happy to do that. There you go. All right, let's see. Top gapper was this one. Was it going? Probably not something I'll be doing with trading. Just watching a few of these now that not really seeing anything worth. Vect. That's a bit dodgy. If it's only trading halt on the Nasdaq only. So this halted to the upside, it looks like. Low volume, but halted to the upside. So Vective Bio Holdings. I'll wait the first 5 minutes and let's see some opening range candles form, I think. we've got a pop on INOS. So this was the big mover before at the pre-market. It's now up at 220s. Come on, those price spikes, highs. Why are you not hitting the highs here? We're just not getting that kind of volatility, but let's see. So we've got we're just not 5 minutes in. We've not opening 5 minute candles have not formed yet. So the opening range candle for me, not yet formed. I'm not seeing anything still worth trading yet. I mean, yes, INOS popped up and moved quite a bit, moved about 10, 20%, 15% upwards. Not something I'm going to be trading just yet, though. Finger motion. I&M. No. Come on, give me something to trade. We're getting a bit of movement on the SPY as well. Testing the red-green line. Nasdaq is still down, but Nasdaq is positive now. We've got the markets are trying to make a move to the upside. The Dow Jones Industrial is breaking lows, however, as is, well, this is following the S&P 500, the Russell Index, very similar pattern. Tapping that red-green line. It's CCL bounce. Yes, we've got a little bit of a bounce, but looks more like a dead cat bounce than anything. So this might continue to sell off. I have a bit of a bear flag, all trap struck bear flag on the higher time frames. I hope I make big gains today, but I'm not hopeful the way the market's panning out right now. Who said Avaya moving? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, not really. I mean, this is not a small float, Avaya, and the volume isn't great on it. It's 161. Hey, look. Right now, sitting on your hands is probably the best thing to do. Wait for the setup. There's nothing really jumping off the page to say. Yeah, do you know what? Today, at the moment, Ferro, touching the market, you're probably making more money staying away from the market today by doing nothing. Very choppy. Just be careful out there, guys. Well, yesterday, moving from yesterday was THCH, and given that my initials are TH, There you go. So that's halted to the upside. Low volume. Can't really trade it on that kind of volume. This was recent IPO. Can't trade this on this kind of volume. That's the problem. We're not getting enough volume. 23,000 shares traded so far across the whole day. So not ideal, regardless of how volatile it is. Yeah, well, you can come round with the old yard brush to my place if you want, Alistair. My dog started molting, so I've got dog hair everywhere at the minute. I will be getting the vacuum cleaner out over the weekend. Do it once a week rather than. I really should get someone in. I mean, it's not like I can't afford it. I mean, get what's called a domestic engineer, I think, is the PC terminology, isn't it, Alistair? Get someone in. Maybe she can iron my shirts twice a week as well. I hate ironing. Right. Talking about big sell-off. The S&P 500 breaking lows. Nasdaq's gone red as well, heavily red. So if whoever was talking about, you know, bounces on the likes of Tesla, sorry, sell off. Microsoft, sorry, sell off. Actually, Microsoft's still green, but you know, Amazon, that's selling off as well. So all the big stocks are selling off with the market, it looks like. Markets are heavily red. Blood in the water again. Russell index. Oh, that's trying to come back. That does have a knock-on effect to a lot of these stocks as well. Just bear that in mind. When you've not got a catalyst that's driving this stock with good momentum, then the overall market conditions can affect the momentum of a stock as well. I'm seeing a double top here, M formation on INOS, so just be careful with that one. Up at 230s, pulling back a little bit. Needs to get back up and break highs to be of interest for me. Big caps are getting hit big time. Absolutely. Yeah, maybe I should get one of those, Alistair. The last time I got one of those, it didn't work out very well. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. One of these talk show things, I don't know whether it was Andrew Tate or not, I think he was saying, why would I get a wife who's not bringing anything to the party? Because it would be easy for me to get a cook, hire a cook, a cleaner, and a hooker, and I would have less grief. Like, okay, is that all you see a wife for? You know, but you know that guy is a bit toxic. Yeah, it's going to be one of those days where we just need to be patient. INM 735 halted up to the upside. Hang on, INM, when did that halt? So 35, what we know, 41. So it looks like a 10-minute halt. You gotta tell me about it. I'm still paying for mine. Morning, well trained, or not very well trained. Oh no! Apparently he's just joined Rumble, Ferro. So go figure. He didn't get banned from the internet, he just got banned from everywhere else. So I think he's on Rumble now. Like, what are we going to do here? How am I supposed to make money when there's nothing moving? And it's sideways and choppy and... Oh, that was a nasty sell-off. I thought that was going to go up. Then look at that, the big flush. 50 cents. Well, 80 cents. Ouch. Glad I wasn't in that one. AMD's just sideways chop right now. Up at kind of to the $250 level. I&M should see this resume in 2 minutes. F45. It's choppy. It's gradually moving up, but it is choppy. Certainly don't like that shooting star either. Let me see. Is there any IPOs today? Let me see. September 31st. Yeah, Laser Photonics Corporation. We've got INTS, which is Intensity Therapeutics, DMY Squared, and Komalanga Acquisition Group. So that's a SPAC, obviously. QOMO. So there's four IPOs today. Maybe, just maybe, one of those will give us some volatility. I mean, what did Global Star ever do this week? Nothing. AMV. No volatility on that. Last week we had SAI, nothing on that one. So nothing on that one either. So the recent IPOs, August was great for that. IPOs coming out of the yin yang and just going mental. But it was not so much in September. INM resume. Oh, we're about to resume in the next 10 seconds. INM should resume in the next 10 seconds. Let's see. Oh, that's a big gap up as well. So INM could be of interest. Just need to find an entry, but just broke pre-market highs. That could have been my entry, 850. Let's see if we can break the highs now. High of days, 66. The volume isn't big as it was on that last candle. Huge volume on that last candle. Is it going to come back to the bounce on the VWAP? Come back? No. 66 is... Do I ever use the gap and go strategy? Whenever it's possible. Trap. It's one of my favourite strategies. However, of late, the gappers haven't been going. Quite simply. So we're having a lot of gap and crappers. So they've been gapping up and then crapping at the bell. And yesterday, was it yesterday or the day after? Wednesday. One day, it was Tuesday it was. We had a textbook gap and go. Off the top of my head, I'll tell you exactly which one it was. My journal here. Just traded the one on Tuesday, didn't I? Yeah, ATXI, that was a textbook gap and go. Moved up pre-market and then little dip at the open before then shooting off. And as it broke the pre-market highs, I jumped in and lowered it all the way up. Really good day on Tuesday with that. I made 12,000 on ATXI on Tuesday. Yeah, actually, that's a good question. Let's have a look at ATXI. Is it got any volume today? Well, it's moving up. It's on the scanners, 20% up on the day. So this is a nice pullback. $8.90 for breaking $9 maybe. Went up to $11 on Tuesday. It's really clean trading this on Tuesday. Vect moved up, very low volume on Vect, Jack. There's very low volume. Just be careful if you're trading that. The volume just died out. This moved up and then I just twitched it on because it hit the scanners after its move up, and then look at that. The volume's just non-existent. What's going on with the volume here? $7.80. You're in it, Matt. Oh, I best not touch it then. That's a kiss of death. Yeah, but it's consolidating up here now at the kind of 860. 866 still the high of day. Yeah, there's no margin on this. Yes, they probably did. Consolidating up at the highs now. Oh, there we go. Taking 2,500 shares here. Break of those highs. Looking for the support at 9. Break of the $0.25. Looking for the support at the whole dollar. Not finding it. TXI moved up really well on Tuesday. Spreads are ranging between 4 and 14 cents at the moment. Remember, this was similar pattern on Tuesday, that the spreads were quite rangy. You get in with a narrow spread and then it would fluctuate on the bid, and then the ask wouldn't go anywhere, and then vice versa. Yeah, I think the S&P is probably just going to break annual lows. I'm caught between the spreads on this right now. In between the spreads. added to my position there. I've got 5,000 shares in this now for the break of the $0.5. Waiting, looking for the break of the $0.5 here. Quarter, half, and whole dollars are very psychological levels. Well, we've got 20 minutes. We've got half an hour before that. Not very well. Ten. Palantir. I've not looked at Palantir for a while. I'll take a look later. Not looked at it for a while. How you doing, Nadsai? By the way, are you trading? What are you trading today? So I'm watching this on the 2-minute. Low of the previous candle on the 2-minute was 910. Low of this candle 1. Still looking for the break of the $0.5. On the bid, that is. We've had the break of the $0.5 on the ask. Been up there, but yeah, there's been not setups haven't been great on a lot of these so far. ATXI is the top mover at the moment on the momentum scanners. Not a lot else. Intelligent Living Group on very low volume just popped up, so I wouldn't trade that just based on the lack of volume. Oh, I missed that pump. I wanted to get half off. Keep moving. There we go. I'll just put a 20-cent trailing stop in place. Why not? Worst case scenario is it stops me out. It's nice to break $10 on this. Get back into the green. Right now we've got a 20-cent trailing stop. So I'm giving it a bit of room because the spreads are quite rangy as well. Idiot. Break 10, that'll be me done for the day, I think. I want to get over $5,000. $5,000 is my daily goal. I just got stopped out. $3,500. So I'm still watching this. $3,500. I'll scale down. Current high is 98. So I want to see it break $10. That was a $10 rejection. I want to see it break $10 and then I'll re-enter. Break and hold ideally. We're getting this pullback. We can re-enter on this pullback for the break of $10. I mean, we want 1,600 more in profits, in gains for the daily goal. Only takes one stock. Just remember that, guys. It took one stock, and it will just happen to be this stock on Tuesday. I've got INM is moving up as well. That's reasonable volume too. Yeah, I'm not seeing any walls at $10 though on the level 2. Ah, that was a bad fill. Bad fill. Buy the dip. Improve my fill slightly. Let's get back over $10 on this. Just pulling back to the VWAP. Don't like the look of that. EMA's 9, 20, and 200. And the VWAP. The VWAP and the 20 are pretty much aligned at the moment. There we go, I'll buy that. I'm back over $10. So the first red candle on the 5-minute. I've had my stop in place then, but we'll see. Look for the bounce on opium. I'm going to borrow that one. I like that one. That's a nice one. Got my stop in there at the VWAP. Looking for a bounce on the VWAP. That's where my stop is. Oh, we've got a 1-minute fake out here right now. We've got a 2-minute fake out right now in terms of the bull flag. Moving up now. Hopefully to highs, but we'll see. Pulling back. Looks like it stopped out. There we go. That's a bit too much for me. SAI? No, INM. That went into a halt, then moved up. So from being 3,000 up to being 7,000 down, that's just typical. It's not an easy day to trade, guys. Very choppy. Yeah, well, don't blame you, Matt. It's one of those days. Enjoy your weekend, buddy. Need to get back on the basics. What else is moving? FXLV. Nah, it's choppy. It's moving upwards, but it's choppy. INM. Yeah, there's a bit of a double M pattern there, so I can't really trade that right now. That's INM. This M pattern is usually quite bearish. See if ATXI does decide to come back. Bit of a head and shoulders. There's a shoulder, there's a head, there's a shoulder, so that's not looking great. Can I short? Not shortable. And trying a bit of a double bottom here. W pattern. Trying to break the VWAP. If it breaks the VWAP, that might be a decent entry. 217. I'll move back up. Maybe 10 cents on that one. Sober at 260s. Do you know what? I reckon I leave a lot on the table by not trading these lower float stocks, these lower price stocks. I'll probably leave a huge amount on the table as it happens. Yeah, it's the best way, Nadsai. Just wait. If you're not comfortable with the setup, don't take it. Patience is worth more. They say in trading, particularly in day trading, that there's more money made in waiting than there is made in trading. And I should have just taken that 3K and in hindsight should have taken that 3,000 and just left. What time are we on? Let's have a quick look at those IPOs. So, Lays. We've got Cuomo. We've got INTS. And we've got DMY squared. So, looks like Lays is going to start at $5. So let's watch the open on Lays, shall we? In just a little while. Yeah, so I told you up here about this double bottom, this double top formation, and the move down. The M pattern is very bearish. Same as the W pattern is very bullish. That's below the VWAP now, so wait for that to consolidate and come back. SAI, no. A lot of these lower price stocks moving that maybe I should just start filtering these out at $3 because I'm not trading them. I mean, you let me know in the chat. Do you enjoy seeing the action on these $2 stocks that I don't trade? Is it worth me keeping them on the filters, or should I just filter them out if I'm not going to trade them? Oh, let's wait. We've got 5-10 minutes before the Lays launches. Let me see. Not shortable. No margin on it. Okay. No margin on Lays. There you go. Well, it's not just commissions to Mimi, it's commissions and charges. So you've got and you tend to find that the commissions and charges that small the impact smaller accounts a lot more than they would impact the larger accounts. But I find that I pay more in ECM fees than I'm paying commissions. That's just me. I don't know if anyone else that's using CMEG has the same issue, but I find I'm paying more in ECN fees than I do in commissions. That's the biggest transaction charge that I have to suffer. Well, that just sold off. What's the SPY looking like? It's trying again. Look at this. The double bottom move up. It's just choppy. So the S&P 500 is just not making up its mind. Very choppy market, guys. Very dangerous choppy market. I didn't want to have another red day. That's going to be my third red day this week if I don't turn this around. So need to turn this around. Not going to revenge trade, just looking for for a setup, something nice. Let's have a look at some of the fast runners. Sava trying to make a move up. Not really. Where's AMC now? AMC, that's dead. Sorry, apes, but your movement seems to be well and truly dead. Aaron just killed it with the launch of Ape. By releasing Ape. That's what killed it, I think. GameStop, $25 a share. Goodness, I think that's dead as well. What about Bed Bath & Beyond? All the meme stocks, no real movement on them. So S&P, it's sideways, chop today, Luke. Look at the S&P, the SPY on the S&P. We had a bit of sell off at the open, then chop and move upwards, and it's coming back down again. It's just chopped sideways. It's up, it's down. It's not going choppy sideways, go nowhere, do nothing market. That's what it's doing at the moment. Could change, but we'll see. I mean, if you look at it on the 60-minute chart, it's very much downwards trending, very much bearish. On the 60-minute, it's what, this is the 6th red candle in a row. 6 hours of sell-off. But on the 15, it's just sideways chop. Anything less than 15 minutes, it's just sideways chop. Yeah, so 200. The thing is, though, to me, that's going to be the same on CMEG as well. I mean, if you take 200 shares, it's still going to cost you $2, about $2.95 actually. So if you're a scalper, you want to, if you're a scalper, you want a zero commission broker, absolutely. That's why I can scalp, but I will scalp for larger size, because it's just not worth my while doing it otherwise. Finger. I looked at this earlier, I'm sure I did. I did, yeah. So this is finger motion. Moving up, the volume's decided to come in now. Up at 220s, tapping on 230. And 21, so we'll see. ATXI coming back? No, not really. It's actually breaking lows. I can check apron for you, no problem. Trying to get green. It's this is a red to definite red, textbook red to green move with blue apron. So sold off at the bell, all the way down to 515s. Now trying to get green. What's up at 550s? Yeah, the volume's not great, to be fair, but it's trying to get green. I wouldn't trade it. There's just not enough volume, and we're talking what on this candle here, 14,000 shares. First hour of the market, 14,000 shares a minute. No, absolutely not. less than 20,000 shares, less than 50,000 shares a minute in the first hour of the market is not great. Depending on of course, the float size, it's got to be relative volume, of course. If it's a 500,000 share float, then you're not going to get 20,000 shares traded a minute, quite frankly. Intelligent Living, I'll have a look at it. I did have a look at it earlier. Thought I had a look at it earlier, but maybe I didn't. Okay, so right now, volume's low. It's Intelligent Living 15% up, but you want the volume to come back in. It just bounced on the VWAP. 350. High of day currently is 349, so 350 is what you got to be looking for here. Nice bull flag on a 5-minute set. Nice, beautiful bull flag on a 5-minute. So you see this. There's your flagpole. There's your flag, and then the breakout. So nice bull flag breakout on the 5-minute there. That's what I would say with ILEG. So look for 350. Not financial advice, but I would look for the $0.50 there at least. Just my own personal opinion. ATXI selling off again. So just looking at on the higher time frames for confirmation, you can see that it's selling off. We did get that little fake out move there, which is not great. But look at it on the higher time frame. Potential double. You need to get up to 940. You need to break 940 here if this is going to move back up again. So potential W formation. It's a bit skew width, but you've got a bit of a doji on the 5-minute for change of sentiment. So if this gets back to the top of this bit, it could go up and reach highs, possibly. There we go. Lays halted. Went from $5 down to $4.50. So it's down 10% in the first in the opening couple of seconds, opening couple of minutes or whatever it was. So let me, in the opening minute, in fact, this is the first minute. So this is today's first IPO of 4, Laser Photonics Corporation, and it just lost 10% in a minute, so it's halted to the downside. There's a lot of talk about this on some of the social media channels, so it's a 3 million float. Just don't chase it unless it's moving. Wait for the setup. Right, now that should resume in 2 minutes time. In the meantime, I'm looking for ATXI back above the VWAP. I'll be finishing the stream shortly, so remember, if you haven't already, get yourself registered for the World Series of Day Trading, guys, if you're not registered already. And if you want to know how to do that, just jump on the first link in the description on YouTube. It's the first link in the link tree on TikTok. Go through, click the link tree, and get yourself registered for the World Series of Day Trading. It's free to enter, 7 days from the 18th to the 25th, and I'll be there. I'll be trading. Whether I show it live or not is down to you guys. Let me know if that's something you want to see. Yeah, I know, I just covered that. Not very well trained. It's only stocks. Stocks, you can trade. You could probably trade the indices by trading the ETFs. So I'm not. I think you can trade the ETFs. I'll double check. In fact, just go and double check it yourself. You click the link in the description. The first one. There's rules in there on that website, so you can find out. But I will find out anyway for the next stream, because that's an interesting question. It is only stocks, but do ETFs count? So if you're thinking about, can I trade futures? Are you going to make? You've got $240,000 to trade. Are you going to make big moves on trading futures? Probably not. If the object of the game is to make as much money as possible in 7 days, then the futures is not the way to go. You just don't get the volatility with it, because you won't be getting leverage. There's no leverage. Just to put it into context, it's a $240,000 buying power account. There's no leverage. So if you're trading futures, you're going to get no leverage. So if you're trading the indices, whether it be an ETF that tracks the futures or whatever, you're going to get no leverage on it. So you're only going to get those 1%, 2%, 3% moves. You really want to be trading stocks that do have volatility. Stocks that move big on the day take large size. Stocks, you can go into the S&P 500. The more volatile stocks that are moving there might move 4 or 5%. But if you've got good size, you can make some good gains. So we will be having a prep day on the Monday, on the 17th, for Day Trade with Tony students. If you are one of those, if you're not, why aren't you? I mean, come on, let's get signed up and join the community. The Day Trade with Tony students, not only do you learn how to day trade like I do, but you get mentorship from myself directly. You get access to the private Discord, and of course, things like the World Series of Day Trading. We'll be doing the prep on the Monday, well, the day before the competition, when we get access to the platform, and we'll be able to trade with that in a simulator account on the Monday, just to see where we're going. We'll be able to swap files around for anybody that wants a bit of a shortcut in terms of configuring the platform in a way that you feel is good. Okay, so I'm going to end the stream. It's the bottom of the hour. I'm going to wait for Lays to resume before I take the dog for a walk. But that's me done for the day, and it's done for the week. And right now, I've finished this week. I finished green. I was 11,000 up on the week this week, but we're just 7,700 down today. But I'm finishing green at the moment, and we're finishing green on the month. Just not where we wanted to be. So we'll cover that off on Monday in terms of how we finish September. Not a great month. We're ahead of goal for the year, or growth, but we're slightly behind net. So we've got a little bit to make up in October. In the meantime, enjoy your weekend, guys. I'll be back at it on Monday, 90 minutes before the market opens. So it's 8 a.m. That's on the East Coast or New York time. It's 1 p.m. here in Dublin, and same time in the UK. And yeah, have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Catch you later.